Difference between BeautifulSoup and Scrapy Crawler. I want to make a website that shows the comparison between Amazon and eBay product price. Which of these will work better and why? I am somewhat familiar with BeautifulSoup, but not so much with Scrapy Crawler.
Scrapy is a web spider or web scraper framework. You give Scrapy a root URL to start crawling, then you can specify constraints on how many, number of, URLs you want to crawl and fetch, etc. It is a complete framework for web scraping or crawling. While BeautifulSoup is a parsing library which also does a pretty good job of fetching contents from URL and allows you to parse certain parts of them without any hassle. It only fetches the contents of the URL that you give and then stops. It does not crawl unless you manually put it inside an infinite loop with certain criteria. In simple words, with BeautifulSoup you can build something similar to Scrapy. BeautifulSoup is a library while Scrapy is a complete framework. Source:
I think both are good. I'm doing a project right now that use both. First I scrap all the pages using Scrapy and save that on a MongoDB collection using their pipelines, also downloading the images that exists on the page. After that I use BeautifulSoup 4 to make a post-processing where I must change attributes values and get some special tags. If you don't know which pages products you want, a good tool will be Scrapy since you can use their crawlers to run all Amazon/eBay website looking for the products without making an explicit for loop. Take a look at the Scrapy documentation, it's very simple to use.
Scrapy. It is a web scraping framework which comes with tons of goodies which make scraping from easier so that we can focus on crawling logic only. Some of my favorite things Scrapy takes care for us are below. Feed exports. It basically allows us to save data in various formats like CSV, JSON, JSON lines and XML, asynchronous scraping. Scrapy uses Twisted Framework which gives us power to visit multiple URLs at once where each request is processed in non-blocking way. Basically we don't have to wait for a request to finish before sending another request. Selectors. This is where we can compare Scrapy with BeautifulSoup. Selectors are what allow us to select particular data from the web page like heading, certain div with a class name, etc. Scrapy uses LXML for parsing which is extremely fast than BeautifulSoup. Setting proxy, user agent, headers etc. Scrapy allows us to set and rotate proxy and other headers dynamically. Item pipelines. Pipelines enable us to process data after extraction. For example, we can configure pipeline to push data to your MySQL server. Cookies. Scrapy automatically handles cookies for us. Etc. TLDR. Scrapy is a framework that provides everything that one might need to build large-scale crawls. It provides various features that hide complexity of crawling the webs. One can simply start writing web crawlers without worrying about the setup burden. BeautifulSoup. BeautifulSoup is a Python package for parsing HTML and XML documents. So with BeautifulSoup you can parse a web page that has been already downloaded. BS4 is very popular and old. Unlike Scrapy, you cannot use BeautifulSoup only to make crawlers. You will need other libraries like requests, urlib etc. to make crawlers with BS4. Again, this means you would need to manage the list of URLs being crawled, to be crawled, handle cookies, manage proxy, handle errors, create your own functions to push data to CSV, JSON, XML etc. If you want to speed up, then you will have to use other libraries like multiprocessing. To sum up, Scrapy is a rich framework that you can use to start writing crawlers without any hassle. BeautifulSoup is a library that you can use to parse a web page. It cannot be used alone to scrape web. You should definitely use Scrapy for your Amazon and eBay product price comparison website. You could build a database of URLs and run the crawler every day cron jobs, celery for scheduling crawls, and update the price on your database. This way your website will always pull from the database and crawler and database will act as individual components.
Both are using to parse data. Scrapy. Scrapy is a fast high-level web crawling and web scraping framework, used to crawl websites and extract structured data from their pages, but it has some limitations when data comes from JavaScript or loading dynamically. We can overcome it by using packages like Splash, Selenium, etc. BeautifulSoup. BeautifulSoup is a Python library for pulling data out of HTML and XML files. We can use this package for getting data from JavaScript or dynamically loading pages. Scrapy with BeautifulSoup is one of the best combo we can work with for scraping static and dynamic contents.